Kaguya Otsutsuki. What is her true identity? There are many rumors that she is the original Shinju, and there are even rumors that Kaguya is part of Amado's plan. But of course, every rumor about her is still not explained in detail. The only history we know is that she is the mother of Hagoromo and Hamura. But today I want to talk about the history about her, especially her father. The story begins after Sumire and Nue's arch that leads to Kaguya. Sasuke finds a scroll of information about the existence of a place that is said to be an Otsutsuki palace. In episode 54 of Boruto, the palace is used by Kaguya as a repository for information related to her or Otsutsuki itself. And what is very interesting about that place is that there is a large statue that looks like an Otsutsuki. Basically, a statue usually symbolizes a tribute to someone who might be said to be an important person or have a special position in an organization, right? Even a statue that looks like Otsutsuki, of course, raises a lot of speculation. Although in the anime or manga it is not explained exactly, but of course this is something interesting for us to solve. Because of that statue, some of the Boruto or Naruto fandom think that it is a statue honoring Kaguya Otsutsuki's father. The reason why it is said to be Kaguya's father, one of the reasons is because it is the palace where Sasuke said that it was the place that Kaguya used as storage and important information. But of course, this is not something accurate and is just speculation. But in your opinion, is the statue of Kaguya's father something that makes sense, guys? Anyway, the revelation of Kaguya Otsutsuki's identity is actually caused by Sumire itself. Since the beginning of the arc where Sumire plans to destroy Konoha because of a mission from her father, Sumire's identity has become one of the interesting things to discuss, especially about Nue, who until now we have never seen in the manga story. And actually, Nue is a character that has a strong connection with Jugun's eyes, because it was confirmed directly by Toneri himself after Arch Nue and Sumire. If you analyze, Nue is the same as Jogan, who has not yet received a role in the manga story. We can assume that Nue does have a relationship with Jogan. If we look again at Nue's story in the Boruto anime, Nue's appearance was indeed accompanied by the awakening of Jugun in Boruto's eyes. And what is a big question mark is why Boruto can perform the Kuchiyose technique on Nue. Because I'm sure you all already know that the Kuchiyose technique can only be performed when someone has made a contract with their summoned creature. Nue clearly has a connection with Sumire as she went through research with her father. But what about Boruto? There is no explanation that Boruto had a connection with Nue since birth. So, why was he able to summon Nue? There is only one logical answer. It must be because of the Jogan. From the hints previously mentioned by Toneri, it is clear that the Jogan has a strong connection with Nue. This raises an interesting possibility. What if Boruto is the reincarnation of someone who once had the ability to summon Nue? But who could that person be? But guys, assuming that Nue has a connection with Jogan, which we know is Boruto's eye, some fandoms, including myself, believe that Boruto is the reincarnation of Kaguya Otsutsuki's father. But of course, this analysis would sound nonsense if it didn't say a clear reason, right? And again, this is all based on the Japanese mythological story of Hikoboshi. Hikoboshi is part of the Tanabata legend in Japan and China, which tells that the star Vega, the brightest star in the constellation Lyra, is Orihime, or Sokujo. She was an angel who was the daughter of the King of Heaven who was good at weaving. Then the star Altair in the constellation Aquila is told as a cowherd named Hikoboshi. Hikoboshi worked so diligently that he was allowed by the King of Heaven to marry Orihime. Husband and wife Hikoboshi and Orihime lived happily, but Orihime no longer wove and Hikoboshi no longer herded. The King of Heaven was furious and the two were forced to separate. Orihime and Hikoboshi were separated by the Amanogawa River. They are only allowed to meet once a year on the 7th night of the 7th month. If it happens to rain, the Amanogawa River overflows and Orihime cannot cross to meet her husband. A flock of Kasasagi birds fly up to the sad Hikoboshi and Orihime and line up to form a bridge across the Amanogawa River so that they can cross and meet. That is a glimpse of the story of Hikoboshi. Then, what is the relationship with Kaguya Otsutsuki's father? Kishimoto usually takes references from Japanese mythological stories for each Otsutsuki character. And of course, Kaguya's father and mother were inspired by the stories of Hikoboshi and Orihime. They liken the horns of Kaguya's father's statue to those of Hikoboshi's work, because if we look closely, they are very similar as the horns resemble those of a cow. Then, the place where the two statues of Kaguya's father and mother were placed in different dimensions, namely the ice dimension and the lava dimension, similar to the separation that occurred between Hikoboshi and Orihime. Hikoboshi itself has a relationship with Nue, Gosuteno, or as we know it, the technique used to summon Nue. Even this is not an event that does not have a reason. There are several moments that we can assume if this is similar between Sumire and Kaguya. Kaguya was shown gazing up at the star-filled sky in episode 450, while Sumire was also shown gazing up at the starry sky in episode 34. This is similar to the scene where Orihime waits for her lover, Hikoboshi, by gazing up at the star-studded sky. Then, this theory also makes sense with Boruto's strongest jutsu at the moment, Uzuhiko. Perhaps the name Uzuhiko was also inspired by the name Hikoboshi. I know this might make you dizzy and confused, but please consider this once again, guys. The title given to Boruto by Toneri, Star of Hope, is obviously related to Hikoboshi's title, Starman, or Altair. So, does all of this make sense to you now, guys? The reason Boruto can summon Nue is because he possesses chakra from Kaguya's father, who might have had the same power as Nue in the past. And as a final conclusion, from the mythology we just discussed about Hikoboshi and Orihime, which clearly serves as a reference to Kaguya's father and mother, doesn't it make sense to analyze that Nue could be connected to Kaguya's father? Could we even say that he is a reincarnation of Boruto himself? Once again, the biggest reason why saying Boruto is the reincarnation of Kaguya's father makes sense is because of Boruto's ability to summon Nue without a contract. However, it's important to note that this theory and analysis cannot be claimed as fact. Once again, we can only assume and match it with some references that Masashi might have taken from various Japanese myths to adapt into the stories of Naruto and Boruto. But if I may ask for your opinion, do you think the idea that Boruto is the reincarnation of Kaguya's father makes sense, guys? Whatever your reasons are, I'd love to hear them. So, thank you for supporting this channel with likes and subs. See you on the 14th or 15th when we'll get a sneak peek of Chapter 19 leaks. Like and subs, I'm Nim. See you in the next episode. Bye bye, bye.